jellyfish might not seem like much more of a threat to people than an occasional sting on a day at the beach. However, this mesmerizing creature could be more of a menace to society than expected. There is rising evidence that a combination of human construction and pollution could provide them with everything they need to become a serious problem worldwide. Research is currently underway to better understand how to curb this invasion. We have the opportunity today to meet with Laura Tribal, an expert on jellyfish research pursuing her PhD with the University of North Carolina, Wilmington. Tribal works as a lab instructor with the university, guiding students of marine biology in their own research on jellyfish, in order to better understand how jellyfish grow, and, if necessary, how to prevent a possible invasion. Most of the student research takes place in Dobo Hall, on the university's main campus, but Laura's research takes place in the Center for Marine Sciences, which is an off-campus extension of the university. Now, before we go and meet with Laura, it's important first to understand how jellyfish form. Jellyfish form when a small sand grain-sized seed of sorts comes into contact with a hard surface in the ocean and attaches. This attached seed, called a polyp, then begins to produce the free-floating jellyfish that we're familiar with, that wash up on our beaches or that we see in aquariums. Now, what's interesting about these polyps is that they actually clone themselves over and over again, and each clone can continue to produce the floating jellyfish that we know. Now, imagine what that could do to the population of jellyfish in the ocean.
My name is Laura Tribal, and I'm a PhD student in the Biological Oceanography Lab. So CMS is the Center for Marine Science here at UNC Wilmington. There's a variety of research done in this building in terms of marine science and oceanography. I work in the Biological Oceanography Lab, so I look at the biology of organisms in the ocean, specifically jellyfish. I'm interested in this research because I have a general curiosity about the ocean, as well as how humans are affecting the ocean and our overall planet. So looking at how humans are impacting the oceans and how our climate is changing over time, even though I specifically look at jellyfish, it's all interlinked with food webs and human influence and our changing climate. So in my lab section, I oversee 4 different experiments. I have lab groups looking at the effect of temperature on polyps, the effect of different levels of salinity on polyps. I have a group looking at artificial versus natural substrates. So polyps actually adhere to hard surfaces. So looking at whether we are increasing these hard surfaces along our coastlines can affect how polyps are growing or reproducing. And I also have a group looking at intraspecific and interspecific competition between 2 different species of jellyfish polyps.
Recent studies have shown that climate change may be affecting our environment in a way that favors jellyfish growth. This favored growth could cause populations to increase around the globe, and Tribal suspects that that increase could cause severe impact on tourism and coastal fisheries.
So large jellyfish blooms can negatively affect tourism in terms of swimmers on the beach getting stung, as well as fisheries because jellyfish and fish are competing for the same plankton food sources. So when you have large outbreaks of jellyfish, that can negatively affect fisheries as well.
Researchers like Tribal will continue to search for new ways to deal with the jellyfish problems that we face. But in the meantime, it's important to consider 2 things. First, human pollution can cause some serious problems for our environment in a variety of ways. It's important to think twice before leaving your waste anywhere that it doesn't belong. And secondly, our climate is changing, and the decisions we make today could have serious impacts on our future, even with things invisible to the naked eye, like polyps. For this reason, it's important to stay informed and make the smartest decisions you can for our future.